What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is going to be your review for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season. Child, what season are we on? 13, episode 5. Whew. Now, Bravo, I'm just going to tell y'all the truth. Now, y'all know, y'all could have kept this episode. Now, I normally don't like to say filler episodes because I want to get out of the mindset that every episode has to have an explosive moment. I'm okay with that. But this episode, y'all could have just kept. I really didn't think we was going to get a new episode this week because of Thanksgiving. But here we go. So, here we go. So, we start this episode off. We have the tail end of the fight between Kyle and Sutton. Sutton, girl, you were unhinged. I don't know what you was doing with the name them. Name them. Name them. Name them. And at first, I thought Kyle was being a little sensitive when she was like, I don't know, Kyle, tell us what's going on with you. But then when Kyle explained it later on that all of the rumors are out there, that people, the streets is talking, she said she clearly wanted to bring it up. And I knew that's what she was trying to do. And so she should have just went on and said what she had to say rather than play this cat and mouse game with me. So Kyle was like, and on that note, I'm going to leave. And I can respect it because Kyle was like, listen, if I had stayed there and continued that conversation, we were going to get to the point of no return. So Kyle left and she's upset and Sutton's upset, and we'll get back to that later. Then we see Erica's mom is coming to visit. Her mom have not had the best relationship over the years because they're 18 years apart. And she said basically when she was growing up, she pretty much grew up as her mom's friend and not a child. And that always makes for a difficult relationship because you can't go back and forth. Either you the mama or you the kid. Or you the friend. It can't be both. You either the mama or you the friend. She said she was drinking with her mama. Her mama was sneaking her into clubs. And so now as an adult, they have a very on again, off again relationship. Now this how I know that her mama thought the maid was coming. And Erica was like, Mama, the maid come once a week. I can't afford a maid every day. Like, them days are over. When you get done with your dishes, I need you to wash them. Or at the very least, put them in the dishwasher. Now, when her mama got ready to try to talk to her about anything dealing with Tom, baby, she shut that thing down. Her mother was like, I feel like we came in. I feel like this conversation, we didn't get the beginning of it because she was like, well, how many times did you go to that firm? I mean, you only went there like 3 times. Erica was like, Mom, we need to stop this line of questioning right now. So I feel like they were talking about her and Tom, because she said something about when she was on Broadway doing the show, doing Chicago, how bad things were, and that her mom called and asked her something about Tom. She didn't want to answer it. She ended up hanging up on her mom and didn't speak to her mom for a year. Girl, what? So again, so she said that her mom comes to visit like once a year, and they're usually good for a couple of days, and then they start getting on each other's nerves, and it's time for her to go home. And that was that. Because again, it wasn't really no whole lot to that. So then we see Crystal talking to her husband about her brother. Once again, Crystal, what we're not going to do is make your storyline your brother's storyline. But I did get the whole story. Now, last week or the week before last, you tried to make it seem like your brother's fiance broke up with him because she couldn't handle a long distance relationship through the Ronnie Wrong situation. And I sort of was siding with you because I was like, well, Dad, the world was on lockdown and a lot of people had to do long distance and were separated from their loved ones and their family and stuff. And that's messed up that she broke up with him at a time like that. But we got more information, and now I understand why your brother is upset with you. Because you were like, well, my brother is mad at me. I feel like my brother is angry at me. Yeah, he mad at you. You know why he mad at you? Because he was in China living his best life, minding his business. And then the world started shutting down, and you and your mama insisted that he come to America. I mean, you insisted. And I feel like, because she said, well, that's just the Chinese way to her husband. And her husband was trying to get her to understand, well, no. He was a grown-ass man. And that's not the Chinese way. Like, he was over there with the woman he wanted to spend the rest of his life with. If he was going to get quarantined with anybody, that's who he wanted to be quarantined with. So I feel like what his wife, or excuse me, fiance probably said to him was, I need a man that has a backbone enough to stand up to his family and say, listen, I get it that the world is going through what the world is going through, but you have your family and you have your family, and this is my future family, and I'm going to stay here with her. And if she can't get into the United States, then I will stay here until both of us can come. And as a woman, I feel like that's kind of where she was coming from with that. And I understood it. And now I understand why why your brother is mad at you, because he probably blames you and your mom for the demise of this relationship. So now the brother is over in China and he's getting ready to have lunch with the ex-fiance just to get some sort of closure. And baby, when he answered the phone, he was crying. Now, I don't know if this was before or after the lunch because he really didn't want to talk on camera. But again, I would definitely understand. I really would understand. So anyway, neither here nor there. That is Crystal's situation. So then we see Sutton going to meet her new horse. Sutton was flipping through wherever rich people flip through that have things where they can buy a horse. I guess it's eBay for millionaires. I don't know. But she decided she wanted a horse because her manicurist and pedicurist has a horse. And so she wanted one, and that's what she did. And so that's when she bought Santos. So we saw her and her friend Lily, Jennifer Tilly, Jennifer Tilly, go meet the horse. And she took pictures with the horse and gave the horse a carrot and all of that. And then they went out to lunch afterwards, and Sutton was trying to tell Jennifer about her conversation with Kyle. And again, Sutton, once again, is hinting around, well, there's something going on with her. I mean, she was working out, and she's not drinking, and she's eating different, and she's eating funny. And I just don't understand, again, clearly you guys are buying into the rumors that are out there as it relates to Mauricio and Kyle, because y'all really are making mountains out of molehills. Like, y'all act like women ain't never changed things up to try to do better, live better, and be better. Like, she's not drinking because it's just not conducive to her lifestyle anymore. She's eating differently. It's not conducive to her lifestyle anymore. Now, we know how she was losing the weight. And then she's going to the gym because she wants to go to the gym. I'm not understanding why they make such a big deal out of it. But anyway, and Jennifer told Sutton, she said, listen, she's just different. Like, she's just moving different. That's all. She's just moving different. Anyway. So we see Garcelle talking to her son, not Jax, but Jay, I think is the other one. And she asked him, remember when we were on the beach and Jax said that, he said it was very hurtful to me. It really hurt me. But is there anything you want from me? Like, do you feel like, I haven't been a good parent to you? And baby, all he want to do is be able to spend the night with his girlfriend. He was like, yeah, I want one thing. You can let my girlfriend spend the night. And Garcelle was like, yeah, that's not happening. I said, well, listen. Nothing beats a failure but a try, young man. Nothing beats a failure but a try. So Garcelle is getting ready for the premiere of her Lifetime movie that she not only starred in, but she executive produced, Black Girl Lost. I remember seeing the advertisement for Black Girl Lost. I didn't watch it, but I remember seeing it. And so she's having the screening for that. So we see Garcelle talking to Kyle, and Sutton talking to Kyle, and we see that Kyle is bringing Sutton up to speed on, her conversation with Sutton, and then we see Sutton talking to Garcelle doing the same. And of course, Sutton is saying that, Kyle was, she was aggressive, and, she was just really very rude with me, and I don't understand it. She didn't stay long, and I'm just not understanding why. And then of course Kyle is letting Sutton know how dramatic, letting Dorit know how dramatic Sutton was with the whole Erica thing. She was like, she really thinks Erica set that up on purpose. Girl, Erica did. Now, I don't know if Erica was able to time them all being at the elevator at the same time, but I feel like she did. Now, don't ask me how. I ain't about to sit here and get into, well, if you text and say we're headed to the elevator now, and you get on the elevator, I ain't about to get into all of that. But it can happen. It's not like it can't happen. And I absolutely feel like Erica set that situation up. If they weren't gonna meet on the elevator, I feel like they would have met up in the lobby, because Erica was too ready. Oh, like something wasn't wrong when she was talking about how Erica was all like, oh, well, Sutton, now's your chance. Like something went wrong. So of course, Dorit and Kyle is acting like that is so ridiculous that Erica set it up. Child, Erica set that thing up. If Erica ain't set it up, production set it up, but somebody set it up. Anyway, so then, um, so then, um, Kyle brought up the fact that, she knew that Sutton was sort of hinting at the rumors that have been in the news. And she was like, I feel like that was kind of messed up for her to bring it up. But again, as a friend, I don't think it was messed up. Like, y'all weren't out in public. I mean, again, I understand cameras were there, but you filming a show, girl, and it's in the blog, so somebody gonna have to talk about it. But minus the cameras, like, you and your friend were sitting at the kitchen table, and she was saying, girl, what's going on? Now, what Kyle was saying was, I wish Sutton had just come right out and said it. Said, like, look, girl, I see your name is all up in these blogs. What's going on? What's good? What's real? What's fake? What's false? What's fiction? I can understand where Kyle was coming from with that. Like, don't be hinting around at it. If we friends, don't hint around. Come right out and tell me. Come right out and ask me, right? So, we're getting ready for the premiere. Dorit is riding with Sutton. Sutton is having a whole photo shoot in the house, making Dorit late. And all I could think of was Dorit, because Dorit was mad, right? She was getting irritated and she was mad. And all I could think of was, Dorit, remember all them times you used to stop and have photo shoots and everybody had to wait for you? I remember when y'all were on one of y'all trips and you were upstairs having a whole photo shoot and everybody was downstairs waiting for you to the point where they was going to leave your ass. I remember that time when, excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. What's her name? The one that's not on the show no more, but really wants to get back on the show. Mellencamp, daughter, Teddy. Remember when Teddy had that, like, I still don't know what the hell it was, but it was like a retreat situation, and Dorit was having a photo shoot, and she was late. Girl, you ain't got room to be mad at nobody for being late over taking a photo shoot, okay? Sutton has hired a photographer to do these pictures to increase her social media presence to help promote her boutique, right? But I just thought that was hilarious that Dorit was in that car getting irritated. And I was like, girl, all them times they had to wait for your ass with your glam squad and your photo shoot. Just because you ain't got your glam squad like you had the last time because you ain't got the money you had. Girl, don't change the fact that we have seen it all go down, that everybody has had to wait on Dorit while she did her whole photo shoot for who? I don't know. For the gram, I guess. So then we get to the screening, and Dorit, on the way there, Sutton let Dorit know that it's about 100 people there. And Dorit was like, wait a minute. I thought this was just going to be an intimate gathering. I mean, I have to be ready for these things. I mean, oh my gosh. I mean, my anxiety. Now, I don't want to make fun of nobody who's been through traumatic experiences. I don't want to make fun of anybody who may have a whole PTSD situation going on. But it's Dorit, and it's just hard for me to just go down that road with her. But once again, I do find it a little hilarious. Why Garcelle walked up to her and she jumped. Ah! I said, girl, am I the only one that just felt like that was performative and not real? Am I the only one that didn't feel nothing with that? Am I being mean? Am I being a little cruel that I'm not really feeling nothing with that? Anyway. So we get to the venue. Garcelle is there with her sons and their friends, and the venue looks beautiful. It looks a really nice venue. Kyle shows up first. And, slowly the ladies come there. We see that, we see Garcelle's celebrity friends, Jerry O'Connell, well, do we call Larsa Pippen a celebrity? But okay, child. All right. But anyway, there was a bunch of people there. The screening went really, really well, looks like. And guess who shows up about halfway through, child, looking like they just got off work, which they probably had. Denise Richards. I said, here we go. Here we go. Denise is back, honey. So the ladies, they when the screening is over, everybody congratulates Garcelle and everything. Garcelle pulls Dorit to the side to have a conversation. And Garcelle lets Dorit know that she felt some kind of way about how Dorit responded when she talked to her about her son. And of course, now Dorit is totally apologetic and she's so sorry and she's just backpedaling and popping on the whole situation. Even after Garcelle told her, she was like, "Girl, you act like I have a right to be mad talking about something. Well, that happened. That was a year ago." And girl, Dorit tried to say no. She tried to act like, "I said that? Me?" Garcelle was like, "Girl, yes, you said that." "I'm so sorry, Garcelle. Garcelle, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Garcelle. I'm so sorry, Garcelle." Then we have Kyle and... Well, before the screening, Jax went up to Erica and let Erica know that there are no hard feelings and he's all good. And Jax let his mama know that he went and talked to Erica. And Garcelle was like, "That was great." She was like, "I kind of wish Erica had walked up to him since she is the adult in the equation, but I'm glad that the conversation was had, and I'm very proud of my son." And I thought that was a cool thing for him to do as well. I do. I thought that was a really nice thing for him to do. So then, Sutton and Kyle are trying to talk this whole thing out, but I don't really think they're getting anywhere. They both see it from their point of view, and Sutton seems to feel like Kyle has an issue because she's still friends with Kathy. I don't think that's her problem. I really feel like Kyle has issues with the way you were acting Sutton down to Vegas, and I understand it. Sutton, you feel like Kyle has changed and she's acting different, and you want her to basically open up her heart to y'all, and she will if and when she's ready to do that. So on the flip side of all of that, there really was no resolve that I saw, but that was the episode, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.